Hi everyone, my name is Sad. In this video, I'm going to show you that when you pick a keyboard or any gear, any musical gear, it actually doesn't matter the price. I know it's going to be more complicated than this, but bear with me. No matter what instrument you're playing, like would it be guitars or bass, or you just want to start the flute or the accordion, who knows? You're going to realize that actually, like in terms of price, it can go from simple €100 to tenfold, 11-fold, who knows, like these very special instruments. So what I did here, I picked one of my cheapest keyboards and one of my most expensive keyboards. I do have a collection of keyboards that you can see behind me. I have been a keyboardist for more than 20 years, and over the course of time I did own multiple instruments, and I just want to demonstrate to you that any kind of instrument, you can have fun and you can enjoy making sounds and making music. So here I have a Yamaha MX49. This is quite a humble keyboard. I wouldn't say humble, I think it's around $600, euros, 600. And it's a very different keyboard from this keyboard here. This is an OB6. It's a synthesizer. It goes all the way to 3,000 euros or dollar. Of course, over the course of time, I didn't start with this one. And you clearly, if you just start buying instrument, you should not go to the very expensive ones. The very expensive ones are expensive for multiple reasons. But I just want to show you that when you start music, it's great to start maybe low, and an affordable instrument is not a bad instrument at all. So this is a Yamaha MX49. I won't go into details. The most important thing is that I can show you that I can have as much fun with this one as I do with this one, so that you can be at ease when it comes to buying musical instruments. Sometimes you come and you're overwhelmed with the possibilities. You just have to stick with a couple of advices and tips I'm gonna give you right now. The tip number one, of course you're gonna look for different keyboards or different basses, but when it comes to keyboards like this, try to go to something simple first. Your first instrument should be very simple, not overwhelming. Here, I think there is at least 30 knobs. If you just start with synthesizers, it's gonna be too overwhelming. It's better to start with simpler instruments. I'm gonna show you here with this instrument, the Yamaha MX49, that I prepared a couple of presets that is pre-sound that are from the factory. And I'm gonna show you that I can have a whole lot of fun here. So this is a keyboard, so I'm going to show you some piano sound that I like. So this one is really nice. It's called Journey, and it has like this very gentle piano vibe about it. It goes from left to right, and this is a piano, but of course I can look for other digital pianos, and Yamaha is very well known for having these digital pianos, and this is called DX Woody. It comes from a legendary synthesizer called DX7, so it goes like. You can imagine yourself in the 80s. I'm going to show you another thing that I really liked about this keyboard. This keyboard has not only keyboard sounds, but also wind sounds. And it might sound super cheesy, but I do have a lot of fun about this. This is called Soprano Soft, and it emulates a soprano saxophone. So. Is it cheesy? Yes, it is cheesy. But, you know, another advice, this is tip number 2. When you get your hands on a keyboard, try to explore everything. Try every single preset. If you have a guitar, try every microphone picks. If you have any instrument and you buy an instrument, the most important thing and the rule is do not buy a new instrument if you haven't explored every single knob of that instrument, every single sound. It might sound overwhelming, but it's actually not as overwhelming as having multiple instruments, multiple keyboards, and you realize you barely touched 20% or 30% of the capabilities of each of them. That is where it's really not cool. These kind of keyboards, I really like the drum sounds. And this one comes with quite a funny sound. Not a funny, but a drum sound. So this is the kick, this is the snare, and this is the hi-hat. So you can it requires a certain technique, but my main message here is really like, I know how to do this because I spent time learning how to play the drums on a keyboard, on this keyboard that is 700 euros. And of course it's not a real drum, of course it's not as good as another like a computer-based what we call a plug-in of drums. But as I have been using this kind of keyboards extensively, I can make it sound good. That is my third tip. What is most important, the sound is the result of the instrument, and the result of you and the marriage of you and the instrument. You can be a great keyboardist. A keyboard can be a fabulous keyboard, but there is a third element, that is how much time and how well you know that instrument. And the result is going to be as good as you are a good musician, the instrument is a great one, and you spend time and you learn how to use it. And your ears are going to be the one that would lead you into understanding your instrument and make it sound good. To get us here, I'm going to just take an example here of a sound that emulates this kind of synthesizer. This is what we call a synth brass, and this is called Oberheim Soft. That's the preset here. And Oberheim is the name of the man who designed this synthesizer. So this is emulating this. And yet, it is going to sound nice. I'm going to tell you. So if you spend years on this one, you're going to be dreaming, oh, if only one day I can have the original instrument that this is emulating. And clearly, you will, if you're done with this one, if you spend many, many hours on this one, and you feel like there is, a ceiling to the sound you want to achieve, then you will be able to go and look for a new synthesizer, and that's going to be, the impact is going to be great because you're going to be ready to dive in a synthesizer. It's this kind of, in my approach, I like to make the most of the gear I already have, so that you are mastering it, and when you go to the next one, it's like you're leaving one step to a step that is perfectly, that has the right height, that is high enough for you to feel a difference, but not too much for you to be overwhelmed. And so this is the 3,000 euro keyboard, and it sounds amazing, of course, and there are so many more knobs, and of course there are things that this thing do that this one doesn't do. And this one is specialized in synth sound. This kind, let's what we played here, let's do it here. And I'll give you some things that I can do, like to shape the sound. I can make the sound softer. I can make it more womp womp. And I can, as you can hear, like there is a slow attack. I can make it a quicker attack. I can change things so that it sounds a bit out of tune. I can make it so that when I leave my hand, that it will sound longer. I can make it sound a bit like some strings. Well, the possibilities here are endless. The main objective of this demonstration is to tell you to keep calm when you're facing such a wide range of instruments, possibilities. I am a multi-instrumentalist, so I do play also the drums and the bass and the guitar, and so I'm forced to be just straight to the point with the instruments that are not my main instrument, that is the keyboard. But in your case, this demonstration is to tell you that no matter how expensive an instrument is, the most important thing is that you are ready for that instrument, and try to build your gear starting with simple instruments with a limited number of parameters, a limited number of choices, and try to really invest time in mastering that instrument and making the most of it. And when you feel you have limitations and you want to explore like one of the aspects of that instrument that is better done by a specialty instrument, then look for that specialized niche instrument and buy that instrument and spend time in it. Read the manual. I swear it is absolutely worth it. When I buy an instrument, I download the PDF. I go on the website of the manufacturer and I do read the manual. There is so much information there. Of course, you can rely on internet and YouTube tutorials, but really try to build your gear, build your collection of instruments, starting from the simple to the most complex, from the most general instrument to the most specialist one. Invest time and not tame, but like as if it was an animal that you learn to interact with, like a horse that you discover. And who needs 30 horses that you barely ride? That is going to be my last thought. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you like this kind of moments that I like to share with you, please subscribe to my channel. Maybe share it around you with people that would be interested. And in the meantime, take care. This was Saad, Keys to Inspire. Bye.